Hi class, it's me again. Ma'am Rich, your science teacher, but is also a mathematics enthusiast. Kaya ngayong araw, ang pag-aaralan natin ay ang first competency ng Mathematics 8, which is factor completely different types of polynomials, such as common monomial factor, difference of two squares, sum and difference of two cubes, perfect square trinomials, and trinomials in general form. Hey, by the way, this discussion is based on the learning activity sheet created or made by one of my co-teacher in the school. Okay, so let's proceed now to the common monomial factor. Okay, so before we do that, let's review first the parts of the polynomials. Okay, so in an example, 5x squared. Okay, this is an example of polynomial, which is called a monomial. Okay, 5 here is the numerical coefficient. X is the variable. Pag sinabi nating variable, pwede yang represented ng any letter in the alphabet. Yung 2 naman ay ang tinatawag nating exponent or degree. So let's proceed now to the factoring by getting the common monomial factor. So let me erase this first. Okay, so in an example, 4xyz plus 10xy squared z minus 8x squared yz. Okay, to factor this out, we will get first the GCF or the greatest common factor. So kukunin natin ang GCF ng numerical coefficient at yung GCF din ng mga variables. Okay, so let's do the GCF first, or let's get the GCF first of the numerical coefficient. Okay, so what are the numerical coefficients? 4, 10, and 8. Okay. So, pag sinabi nating factors, ito yung mga number na kailangan natin or pwede nating i-multiply na magiging sagot ang 4. Okay? O kaya ang 10 or 8. Okay. So, let's get first the factors of 4. Ano ba yung mga numbers na pwede nating ma-multiply or i-multiply na ang magiging sagot ay 4? So, of course, the first set of factors or the first factors are 1 and 4. So when we multiply 1 times 4, so the answer is 4. Then another one is 2. Okay? 2 times 2 is equal to 4. But there's no need to write here 2 times 2. Okay? Because we are just getting the factors. So it's better that we write the factors in increasing order. Okay? So the factors of 10 are, we can multiply 1 times 10. That is equal to 10. Or we can also multiply 2 times 5. That is equal to 10. Okay? The factors of 8 are 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is also equal to 8. So as you can see here, very obvious, makikita na agad natin na ang 4, 10, at 8 ay pare-parehas na merong 1 at pare-parehas merong 2. So ito yung tinatawag nating common factors. Kaya lang, hinahanap natin ay GCF or greatest common factor. Okay? At remember, etong dapat nyong tandaan, ang 1 ay never na pwedeng or never na gagawin yung GCF. Hindi pwedeng maging GCF ang 1. Okay? So therefore, 2 here is the GCF. Dahil maliban sa 2, wala nang ibang number na magkakatulad sa factors ng 4, 10, at 8. Okay? So let's write that. GCF is equal to 2. However, numerical GCF pa lang yan ang numerical coefficients. Kukunin pa natin ang GCF ng variables. So, pagkuha naman ng GCF ng variables, ang titingnan lang natin ay yung degree ng variable or yung exponent. Yung variable na may pinakamababang degree, yun ang ating magiging GCF. Okay, so example, in terms of x, kung titingnan natin dito, in terms of x, eto x raised to 1, kapag wala kayong nakikitang exponent, meaning to say, meron siyang exponent na equal sa 1. Okay? So, wala namang iba pang mas bababa sa 1 kasi hindi naman pwedeng magkaroon ng exponent na 0. Okay? So, x raised to 1 or the first degree is already the GCF. Okay? So, in terms of x, meron din ditong x, 10x, and then yung kasama ng 8 is x raised to 2 or x squared. So, therefore, in terms of x, the GCF is x. Okay. In terms of y naman, yung 4, ang kasama niya ay y in the first degree. Ang kasama ng 10 ay y in the second degree. Ang kasama naman ng 8 ay y in the first degree. So therefore, the GCF is y in the first degree. Okay, in terms of z, ang kasama ng 4 ay z in the first degree. Ang kasama ng 10 ay z in the first degree or z raised to 1. Ang kasama naman ng 8 ay z raised to 1. So, pare-parehas lang naman sila. Therefore, the GCF in terms of z is z. Okay. So, eto na ngayon yung GCF na gagamitin natin para makuha natin ang factors ng given expression. So, to do that, we have to divide each term. So, i-divide natin yung 4xyz sa 2xyz. Ganun din ang 10xy squared z at yung 8x squared y z. Okay, so let me erase this first. Okay, since nakuha na natin ang GCF, so let me write it first. GCF is 2x, y, z. And then, next step is we divide 4x, y, z divided by 2x, y, z. I-divide natin yung 4x, y, z by the GCF. Okay, sa pag-divide nito, okay, we also divide it as we divide the whole number. Okay? Yung numerical coefficient, dinidivide natin yan as we divide a whole number. So, 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Okay? Okay. When we divide the variables, we simply subtract the exponents. So, dito, ang x ay mayroong exponent na 1. Sa denominator, yung x meron ng exponent na 1. So, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So, therefore, wala nang matitirang x. So, hindi na natin dito isusulat ang x. So, para mas madali nating matandaan na hindi na natin isusulat ang x or wala nang matitirang x, we can cancel this out. Okay? Para hindi kayo malito. Okay, so in terms of y naman, exponent nito ay 1. Yung sa nasa denominator, ang exponent din ay 1. So, 1 minus 1 is 0. So, therefore, wala na ring matitirang y. Okay, the exponent of y will become 0. So, there's no need to write it in the final answer. And then, in terms of z, ganun din. The exponent will become 0. So, therefore, wala nang matitirang z. So, in the first term, the answer is 2. Okay, in the second term, 10x y squared z. So, we divide it by 2x y z. So, divide 10 and 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, we divide x divided by x. So, since magkatulad ang kanilang exponent, so the answer will become 0. So, we cancel this out. Mawawala ang x. In terms of y, this is 2. The exponent here is 1. So, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So, meaning to say, meron pang matitirang isang y. In terms of z, we can cancel this out also dahil walang matitirang z. The exponent will become 0. Okay. So, next, we divide negative 8 by, okay, negative 8 x squared yz by 2xyz. Okay, so masyadong magulo ang aking sulat. Okay, so divide negative 8 by 2. The answer is negative 4. And in terms of x, we divide x squared divided by x. So subtract 2 minus 1. So the answer is x raised to 1 or x. Then in terms of y, magkatulad ng kanilang exponent. So we cancel this out. In terms of z, ganun din. Mawawala ang z. So the answer here is negative 4x. Okay? So to write the final answer, isusulat muna natin ang GCF 2x, y, z. This is z. And then, open parenthesis, 2 plus 5y minus 4x, close parenthesis. So this is now, or these are now the factors of the given expression. Okay? So, paano natin nakuha yung may plus sign dito? So, para hindi na kayo malito nung kung anong gagamitin, kung plus sign or minus sign, eh, tingnan nyo lang yung original na expression. Kung ano yung mga signs doon sa original expression, yun din ang magiging sign sa final answer. Okay? So, let's proceed to the exercises. Practice number 1. Okay, so let's erase this first. Ayaw niyang umalis? Bakit? Okay. Okay. So, in the given example sa practice number 1, okay, yung number 1 dito ay walang numerical coefficient. So, therefore, titingnan lang natin sa mga variables yung may pinakamababang exponent. Okay. So, to get the GCF, in terms of A, okay, kung makikita nyo, dito, ito ay A raised to 2. Ito naman ay A. And then the other one is also A. So the lowest is A. Okay, so the GCF here in terms of A is A. In terms of B naman, yung una ay B, then the next one is B squared, the other one is B. So therefore, the GCF is B, the variable with the lowest exponent. In terms of C, ganun din. Meron tayo ditong C, AC, and C squared. So the lowest is C in the first degree or C raised to 1. So this is now the GCF. Then, second step, divide. Copy first the first term, which is A squared B C divided by the GCF A, B, and C. A squared divided by A, subtract the exponent. So the answer is A. Bakit? We subtract the exponent. 2 minus 1. So may matitira pang isang A. In terms of B, we can cancel this out. Dahil 1 minus 1 is 0. Ganun din ang C. So the answer here is A. For the second term, A, B squared, C, divided by the GCF, ABC. Okay. So, in terms of A, we divide A. Parehas ang kanilang exponent. So, we can cancel this out. In terms of B, okay, the numerator has 2 exponent and the denominator has 1. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, meron pang matitirang isang B. In terms of C, mawawala ang C. Okay, next, for the third term, A, B, C squared divided by A, B, C. Okay, so in terms of A, we can cancel this out. Okay, dahil parehas ang exponent. In terms of B, ganun din. Ang C, Dito c squared, dito c raised to 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So may matitirang isang c. Okay? So to write the final answer, this will become A, B, C, and then parentheses A plus B plus C. Okay? So this is now the final answer. These are now the factors of the expression in number 1. Okay? So let's do the number 2. Okay, so the given is 4m squared n squared. Ito, 4m squared n squared minus 4m n cubed. Okay, so kung makikita nyo, ang numerical coefficients are equal. Okay, 4. So therefore, hindi na tayo maghahanap pa ng GCF dahil parehas naman silang numerical coefficient. So therefore, the GCF is 4. Okay, GCF in terms of the numerical coefficient is 4. In terms of m, alin ba ang may pinakamababang exponent? So that is m raised to 1 or m. In terms of n, eto n squared, eto n cube or n raised to 2, n raised to 3. So ang pinakamababa ay n raised to 2. So therefore, this is now the GCF. 4mn squared. Then we divide 4m squared n squared divided by 4m n squared. Okay. So, 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay? But since meron pa ditong kasamang mga variable, we can choose not to write 1. Not unless it is the final answer. Not unless 1 lang talaga ang sagot. But since meron pa siyang kasama, pwedeng hindi natin isulat ang 1. Okay? So, we can also cancel out 4. Kasi magkatulad lang naman yan. Okay? So, in terms of m, eto squared, eto ay raised to 1. So, meron pang matitirang isang m. In terms of n, okay, canceled out, n squared. Next is 4m n cubed or negative 4. Okay, divided by, this is negative, divided by 4m n squared. Okay, we divide negative 4 by 4, so the answer is negative 1. So again, pwedeng hindi natin isulat ang 1, but then we have to write the negative sign. Okay, since meron pa namang kasamang ibang variables. So we can cancel out m. In terms of n, dito ay, ang exponent nito ay 3. Sa denominator, exponent ay 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so meron pang matitirang isang n. Okay, so let's write the final answer. That is 4 m n squared, the quantity m minus n. So that's it. So you can now practice more para mas makabisado nyo ang mga steps sa pagkuha ng factors using the common monomial factor. See you in the next lesson. Bye!